My good people, please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. It's been a minute, but we're back, and with something really big. The King of the Ring 2020, the finale, guys. The finale. I mean, guys, it's been a long time coming. 1st of September. Just really excited to be able to commentate on this and finally be able to crown, after what, 6-7 months, the King of the Ring of 2020. So just a quick rundown on what we're doing this evening. It's a 3-race series. The guys are just about to start qualifying, as you can see. It's a 3-race final. The first race is going to be in the Super Formula. The Super Formula cars, which we'll have a look at very shortly, around the Nürburgring GP circuit. Very short race, just about 6 or 7 laps. The second race will be in the Group 3 Mercedes AMG GT around the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Should be about a 2 or 3 lap race. And then the final will be around the race number 3, which is around the Nürburgring 24-hour layout in the Group 4 SLS Mercedes. So quite a bit of racing to get through tonight. Points are going to be very vital, especially for our leader Mikhailo 5, as you can see. And yeah, guys, it's just going to be really awesome to watch tonight, and I just hope that everybody is able to enjoy the King of the Ring finale. Welcome everybody. Arnold Kreling. Arnold, you saying you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Loud and clear for Flores, thanks. Phantoms, what's up, brother? Guys, please, if you can, like, subscribe, share the channel. Let's just get this thing going, and yeah, let's see how things go. So, a few of you guys coming in, going out, just because I think they're having a bit of issues, but nonetheless, we've got Skitty1, who's our host tonight, KBR Jerry Supra, DMR SMP Pro, Jacques Yaya, RBS Performance, J00 Pace, who's a monster machine in these super formulas, Mr. Kuchi, Reno Kuchlenberg, Mikhailo 5, there's also DMR AM Racing, and Mr. Valentino. Hoping that everything goes smoothly tonight. And yeah, nonetheless, just really looking forward to see what the man on screen here, Mikhailo 5, is able to do in terms of securing his second King of the Ring. He is your championship leader at the moment. He's got FLAs right behind him, but we don't seem to have FLAs on track tonight, which is very unfortunate. A few guys dropping out, Bob Lixum, some other names that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, Mikhail looking set to take it all the way and hopefully get that win. Jerry Super in his lovely Red Bull looking livery here. We got Kuchi of 3 looking very dashing in his Rockstar GTSport livery. SMP3 Pro, his Speedworks livery. Jacques Yaya in his KBR Racing representing the KBR boys. And then last but not least, Skitty1 on track at the moment, just waiting for the other guys to join. While we're waiting, I'm just going to quickly make sure that you can hear me a bit better. There we go. Phew. Okay, so you should be able to hear me a lot better now. Just got word Ruan van der Walt. He's on his way, he's just restarting everything on his side. One of our other competitors, Jacques Yaya, in a very lovely Pace Motorsports West McLaren car, his own replica. And at the moment, on top of the timesheets, yet again, Mikhailo 5 proving his mettle. But we're just gonna wait for JWO Pace because I know he's gonna be back soon, I pray. Apologies guys. A lot of the guys having issues tonight, which is really unfortunate, to try and pick a date and time that was a bit suitable for everybody. But as we know, in South Africa, Eskom se yebo. That's what we're saying. So this race tonight, the first race, is the Super Formula around the Nürburgring GP circuit. The guys are on super soft tires, so it's going to be mighty quick. And it's just about 6 or 7 laps that they're going to do of the track. And no fuel, no tire wear, flat out sprint, just to see where they'll be able to then qualify for the second race. So the first race, yes, it's worth points. The guys are going to do their best to make sure that they get as many points, especially Mikhail, so that they can finish as high up the order as possible. For those of you that don't know, this series has been running since February, March time, where the guys obviously entered, and then the winner of the full King of the Ring series with the most points will then score themselves the title of King of the Ring first and foremost, as well as a Sky Coffee hamper from our sponsor skycoffee.co.za, Sky Coffee Company, and then as well as $800 in cash. So all to play for. Nothing's finished. It is the last race, the last few races, and yeah, the guys just really looking forward to get back on track. I think it's been a long wait for everybody. Just watching Mikhail, he's got SMP Pro, who's actually caught up the gap to him there in terms of the qualifying lap time. He's on a purple lap, so looking forward to see what he does. Definitely one to watch tonight. Skitty 1 also not too far behind, putting in a very decent lap himself. We've got Valentino K1300 looking quite sharp, and I must say he's been one that has been practicing all day, all night, because he loves the series. So big shout out to Valentino. It's awesome to see him on track tonight after everything that he's been going through on his side. Lovely to see you, Valentino. Again, Reino Kuchlenberg, big shout out to him, man. He's been big supporter ever since the series started, and just amazing to see that the guys are so committed to the cause and just love to race. So big shout out to Reino. Jerry Supra, first KBR boy. He's part of father and son combo here, Jerry Supra and Jacques Yaya. So looking forward to see what they'll be able to do tonight. And again, another one of our supporters that just week in, week out, he's always here. Then we got Jacques Yaya, son of Jerry Supra, looking to do well, and he also really loves the series. So big shout out to Jacques. And then my man, Wakanda Forever. Let's go. JWO Pace, one of the Pace Motorsports boys. And yeah, looking forward to see this man in Super Formula. Like, he's quick. He's so quick. I'm scared racing against him. And, I mean, he beat me last week, Tuesday, in a Vez race. So expecting big things from this gent. Hoping to see what he can do. So Jay coming through for his first lap with the 36.9, doing the most. Let's see you go, Jay. Cool guys, so at the moment only 8 competitors, but unfortunate, a lot of guys had unfortunately dropped out, just personal reasons, and I think a lot of the guys making the shift as well from Gran Turismo Sport to Assetto Corsa Competizione, and all fair love and war, but just really sucks to see a lot of the guys drop out. And maybe we'll see the King of the Ring series move across platform and not only on GTSport. Who knows? Psycho Sheep, what's up, brother? Forgot about this. Life's been hectic. Don't worry, my man. 100% and fully understand, so don't stress. As we see Mikhail having a bit of a wiggle, but he's closely followed by SMP Pro. He's coming around for another lap. Maybe he might beat this timer. Yes, he does. He goes pole. Amazing stuff by one of the new crews in town, DMR, Deadman Racing. Shout out to SMP Pro for that awesome lap time his side. We got J-Dub. J-Dub's also putting in a bit of a hot lap here. Let's see what he can do. So guys, again, big thanks to everybody that's followed me, everybody that's followed the series, King of the Ring. If you don't know, the King of the Ring was and is sponsored by Sky Coffee Company, one of the sponsors of our series. J-Dub going into first with a cracker, pulling half a second on the rest of the field. So big shout out J-Dub. Got Skitty 1 in 4th, having a bit of an off. Kuchi in 5th, Valentino, Jerry Supra, Jacques Yaya, and we joined by the second DMR boy, AM Racing, who's about to start his lap. He has enough time, luckily. As I was saying, Sky Coffee Company are sponsor of the King of the Ring Series 2020. You can catch them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Sky Coffee Company, and you can catch them on their new website, skycoffee.co.za. If you go on there, you'll see that there's also the Pace Motorsport branded Sky Coffee. If you want to get your hands on that with an easy and simple discount code KLM-PACE on checkout, you'll receive a 10% discount on those branded products only. So do make sure you get your hands on some Sky Coffee via their website. Cool guys, so first final, race number 1, Super Formula. Unfortunate for AM Racing there, joined just a little bit too late. And we will see then what he's able to do in race number 1. So JOO Pace, DMR SMP Pro, Mikhail 05, Skitty, Kuchi, Valentino, Jerry Supra, Jacques Yaya, and AM Racing to round off the grid, guys. Good luck to everybody. Let's hope everyone gets off the grid quickly. Quick short 6-lap sprint race of the Nürburgring GP circuit is about to get underway. 4 red lights, and everyone's away. Amazing stuff. Good getaway there though by DMR SMP Pro. J-Dub also doing a great job. Some bit too hot into the braking zone there by Valentino, it looked like. Someone spun, but we've got J-Dub in first, SMP Pro in second, Mikhail third, followed who's very close onto the bumper of SMP Pro. Valentino in 4th. 5th is AM Racing from 9th position. Great stuff by him there. Kuchi in 6th. Skitty 1, big loser out there, unfortunate, in 7th. Jerry Supra in 8th, and Jacques Yaya in 9th place. As we see J-Dub, I don't know what this man's got in these Super Formula cars, but he's already got a 1.8 second gap to the rest of the field. And SMP Pro, Valentino also having a bit of competition here with DMR AM Racing, and we're looking at 2 wide coming up to Schumacher S's here for Kuchi and Skitty 1. Skitty 1 going around the outside of Kuchi, great move, and Jerry Supra taking advantage of that, as well as Jacques Yaya looking for a position here, but Kuchi managing to hold on to 8th place now. Unfortunately lost 2 positions, but nonetheless great racing from the guys, great respect on track as well. RBS Performance joining just a little bit too late though, but he will be able to join into the second race, which is with the GT3 cars around the Nordschleife. So as we end the first lap, we've got JOO Pace now with a 2-second gap coming across the line. SMP Pro with he's got hot competition here with Mikhail 5, giving him a bit of a nudge there, unfortunate. Don't think that was intentional, but gave him a bit of a nudge. Valentino in 4th, great stuff by him. Skitty hunting him down in 5th place. Jacques Yaya, Jerry Supra, KBR boys in 6th and 7th. Valentino in 8th, and DMR AM Racing having a bit of an off, falling all the way back to 9th place after an awesome start, getting him up to 5th. Unfortunate there for Mr. DMR AM Racing. Let's see if we can, sorry guys, just want to exit and then come back in. Jumping on board with Valentino, who's sitting in 4th. Lovely clubs, I must say. These Super Formulas, I'm not going to lie, are one of my favorite cars in the game. Not exactly the same as a Formula 1 car, but just as fun. And really cool with these new structures here. Valentino is defending at the moment from Skitty 1, you can see him in his mirrors. Skitty 1 definitely using his overtake as well. Does he go for the dive or not? very close together. And ooh, Valentino having a bit of a spin there. Looks like he's lost one position. Will he lose a second? No, he won't. Unfortunate for Valentino there. GT1 benefiting from a bit of a mistake. And Valentino now having a battle here with KBR Jaxia, who pulls up right behind him. Interesting tactics there. Looks like Jacques trying to go here on the outside, then cuts back to the inside. No, Valentino's got him covered off. While at the behind them, Jerry Supra and Kuchi having a bit of a battle themselves. A lot of the battles happening at the back of the grid. AM Racing also trying to make his place back. Mikhail actually getting ahead of SMP Pro, who I think had a bit of an off. Mikhail with the fastest lap of the race at the moment. And JWO Pace taking it nice and easy. Nice, cool, calm and collected. Wakanda forever. Rest in peace to the king, Chadwick Boseman. So Mikhail now trying to hunt JWO Pace down so that he can obviously make sure that he earns enough points to grab him the title. SMP Pro in third now. Skitty1 trying to chase the leading pack, and Valentino falling a bit further behind with the KBR boys right behind him himself. Let's go, boys, let's go. Guys, any questions, please throw them in chat. Would love to hear from you guys, and would love to hear who it is that you guys are supporting that's currently on track. So as you head into the fourth lap, JWO Pace now with a 3-second gap, running a little bit wide at that first section. Mikhail and DMR SMP Pro hunting each other down. I think SMP's not being able to handle the slipstream here behind Mikhail as he ran a little bit wide there, but these guys are having a nice heated battle, which I hope will continue until the end of race 3. Skitty1 in a bit of a no man's land, but doing as best as he can after his start in 4th place. And then Valentino, and looks like we had a bit of a spinner there. Unfortunate KBR Jacques Yaya having a spin in and off. He's now fallen down into 9th position. Floris Diaga saying DMR SMP Pro. Let's see what he can do. Jerry Supra now 7th, Kuchi in 6th, and Valentino in 5th place. So let's jump back on board with it. Let's jump on board with SMP Pro. Definitely trying his best, but I think suffering with the slipstream. Looks like they are somewhat catching JWO Pace. Everyone's running to a similar place here in the top 3. SMP Pro now keeps getting closer, then falling a little bit behind. Mikhail taking a nice wide line there into the final corner. Looking at the overtake, DMR SMP Pro using a bit of it there and revving the hell out of his car. Setting a personal best lap himself. Nice and close there. I think Mikhail's definitely watching his mirrors. This top 3 are absolutely electric at the moment. We got Mikhail 5. You see his lap times. Running very similar place, I must say, to SMP Pro. So these guys are not very evenly matched. J-Dub just pulling away 36 zeros. He's about 0.2 faster than the rest of the guys, so doing his best. Let's go J-Dub. Skitty1 in 4th, 5th is Valentino, just want to go down the grid. 6th is Cookie. KBR Jerry Supra in 7th. AM Racing catching Jerry Supra. He's in 8th place, he's got another 2 laps to do so. And Jacques is taking a little bit easy now. I think he's kind of got a bit of issues with his SF. He's in 9th place. So we head back to our leaders now. Oh, he pushed the hand. We just got a message there. Jacques was pushing his handbrake instead of his boost. Unfortunate, but so we look at the final corner now. 4 seconds gap. JWO Pace pushing the limits here, 36.2. these two for second and third. This battle is hot, guys. It is hot. I think the other positions, unless someone makes a mistake, is going to stay as is. Our battle right now is with second and third, as you can see, on board with Mikhail now. He's got SMP Pro right in his mirrors, not leaving him alone. Mikhail revving his car out, just making sure that he doesn't make any mistakes. Nice and cool, nice and calm. But SMP Pro trying to force him into something. Look at that. Very close, 0.3 of a second. Mikhail's used up all his overtake. If we look at SMP Pro, he's got a very little bit left. These guys are actually battling it out amazingly. Where will SMP Pro use the last of that overtake, guys? Might be on the straight or the final corner. He's in the slipstream, he's going a lot quicker now. He's used the last of it. Will he make a dive or desperate lunge into the final corner? Let's see. No, sticks right behind him. Great exit there out of the chicane. What does he do now? What does he do now? He's trying to go around the outside. JOO pace coming in first place. Mikhail second, SMP Pro right behind him in third. Skitty 1 coming out into fourth place. Well done to you, sir. Valentino coming around to take and secure fifth place for himself. Well done, Valentino. Great stuff, bud. Sixth goes to Kuhi. Seventh goes to KBR Jerry Supra with AM Racing. Not managing to make it, but right behind him there. 1.3 seconds AM Racing. And last but not least, he's a bit of a way behind. I think he had a few issues with his SF, as we saw in the chat there, pressing handbrake instead of the boost button. We've got Jacques Yaya, who is finishing the race and rounding up our grid in 9th place. Nonetheless, it's good to see him finishing, so awesome stuff to Jacques Yaya here. And that is race 1 done and dusted, guys. Super Formula 6-lap race around the GP circuit. There's your finishing grid, and big shout out to the man himself, JOO Pace. Well done, brother. Awesome stuff to J-Dub. Well done. Cool, guys, so there's your race results. First J, second Mikhail, third SMP Pro, fourth Skitty, fifth Valentino, sixth Kuhi, seventh KBR Jerry Supra, eighth is DMR AM Racing, and last but not least KBR Jacques Yaya. So we are joined by RBS Performance, who unfortunately had a power issue at the beginning of race 1. He is back, and let's see how he'll be able to do come race 2, guys. Race 2 is the Nürburgring Nordschleife. It's around, I think it's a 2 or 3 lap race, can't remember, and it will be in the Mercedes AMG GT3 race car. So the finale has been centered around the Mercedes racing team, as they are one of the dominant forces in our racing fraternity in terms of Formula 1, as well as the GT3, GT4 race classes. So that's why I thought it would be quite befitting that we would use Mercedes powered cars for these for this finale. Great race by the guys. So it's a 2-lap race now, and it will be around the Nürburgring Nordschleife circuit. So 2 laps may seem very short, but remember that this track is almost 14 kilometers long, and yeah, a lap around here takes you roughly 6 to 7 minutes in a GT3 car. So we'll see how that goes. So as we wait for the guys, let's just let the settings fall into place. Hopefully everyone can enter and we will not have any issues. Before I forget, save some replays. We're just waiting for the guys to enter. So big ups there to JWO Pace. I think he did a tremendous job, finishing in first place there. And yeah, just I think big shout out to him as well for what his livery represented, and that is the um, unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, otherwise known as the Black Panther from the Marvel series Black Panther. So well done, and big shout out again, Mikhail, looking very strong, finishing in second place. But I think he had a lot of work to do there with DMR SMP3 Pro, who's been very impressive over the past few races in terms of King of the Ring and as well as other race series. So shout out to him there, well done. And yeah, the other guys just not giving up, which is what we love to see. Skitty1, DMRM Racing, Valentino as well. Congrats on his 5th place. And yeah, just looking forward to see what the Oaks are able to do. As we see, I reckon that's me out tonight, missing the first race at Power Cut. Hoping that RBS Performance is able to join, because I mean, the more the merrier, and he is up there in terms of points. So looking forward to see what he's able to do. So before we get started, just have a look at the liveries of the guys in their GT3 AMG GT cars. Lovely Speedworks. I think SMP Pro definitely loves Speedworks, so looking really awesome in his car here. Valentino K1300 in his Sky Coffee branded West McLaren again. Lovely stuff. Jacques Yaya in his KBR livery. KBR boys representing tonight. Big shout out to them. Awesome race group. Kalahari Boys Racing. We've got JWO Pace in his replica Mercedes Formula 1 team car. So I think it's one of his special editions. It looks like he's got a Black Panther on the hood. Let's see if we can get that. Can't really see that. Yep. Dollar what you must, it says at the rear of that car. We've got Cookie in his Rockstar livery. He really loves these Rockstar cars, so big shout out to Cookie. Awesome branding there. Sky Coffee representing as well, King of the Ring. Shout out to Jerry Super in his KBR racing car. Infamous blue and green of his. Skitty1 in his... let's get a better glimpse of this car. Yeah, also black and blue. King of the Ring style. He loves those colors. Great to see. Mikhailo 5, and generally he drives an all black with these flames. King of the Ring, awesome stuff. And infamous rear end of one of the Simpsons looking out at you. We've got, looks like we've got RBS Performance in an SLS. We'll let that slide. Awesome stuff by him. And AM Racing in his orange and black dead DMR racing colors. Love what this man does with his liveries, so big shout out to AM Racing. And again, another big shout out to AM Racing, because he's the man that produced the 2020 King of the Ring logo, so shout out to him. Again guys, before we start race 2, the guys are just getting comfortable with the cars, making sure that they're happy and they got their settings right before we start the race. 2-lap race, medium tires only, and it's just a quick sprint, making sure that they can get around, making sure that they watch their fuel, because there is fuel wear, and manage their tires around the Nordschleife over 2 laps. Again, quick shout out to Sky Coffee Company. You can catch them on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Sky Coffee Company, as well as their brand new website, skycoffee.co.za. Get your hands on some of their coffee, guys. It's really awesome. And yeah, we'll see. If you use the discount code on the Pace Motorsport branded Sky Coffee, you'll receive a 10% discount on that branded product that you order. So we'll just take a quick break, guys, and as soon as race 2 starts, we'll be on there again. Welcome back, guys. King in the Ring, the finale. This is race number 2 with the Mercedes AMG GT3 race car. 2 laps around the Nürburgring Nordschleife with racing medium tires set 6 times tire wear and fuel wear at 6 times and tire wear at 13 times. Open choice of racing mediums or racing hard, so we'll see what the guys will select. The moment we're looking at Valentino, who's on racing mediums, Sharks Yaya also on racing mediums, SMP Pro racing mediums, Kuchi racing mediums. Finals about to start. Cherry Super racing mediums, Mikhail racing mediums, RBS. Everybody's on racing medium tires. Okay, race number 2 about to get underway. Reverse grid from the previous race results, meaning RBS Performance should start in the lead. That is correct. Sharks Yaya, AM Racing, Jerry Super, Kuchi, Valentino, Skitty1, SMP Pro, Mikhail, and last but not least, JOO Pace. Guys in chat, don't forget to throw in your predictions for this race. Throw in any words of support and encouragement to the guys, and just any questions you wish to ask. And everybody is underway. Looks like RBS Performance slow getaway because he did jump the start there. RBS and DMR AM Racing bumper to bumper there, unfortunate. RBS falling back to 3rd place. Jerry Super in 4th now. And your leaders at the back there, JOO Pace. Ooh, looks like there's an issue for Jacques Yaya. He's got a 5-second penalty. Unfortunately, must have bumped the wall there. That sucks. And oh, another off there for Jerry Supra, spinning right around a few cars, guys. Big action there. Kuchi, RBS, and Jerry Supra all together spinning. Wow. Wonder what happened there. Really unfortunate for the gents. Meaning, these guys are really racing here. JOO Pace and Mikhail. JDub is really putting pressure on Mikhail here. Valentino in 6th. I think these two, Mikhail, JOO Pace, SMP Pro benefiting dramatically from, I think, what was an issue at the beginning. Skitty1 in 3rd place here. He's got the championship leader at the moment, Mikhail, right behind him, and JDub in 5th place behind him. These guys are really racing, and looks like SMP Pro and AM Racing might have given him the benefit of the doubt there, knowing that SMP Pro is needs the points a bit more than what AM Racing does, giving him track position. Let's quickly see. Here we go. So, just so everyone's aware, the fuel wear is at 6 times and the tire wear is at 13 times. When testing this, these guys must manage their tires, because they do fall off come the 2nd lap, as well as their fuel. If you drive this car flat out first lap, you're definitely not going to have enough fuel if you decide not to pit. So SMP Pro doing the right thing, trying to short shift where he can and just manage his fuel, and managing and maintaining that gap behind him to AM Racing, while Skitty1 is what looks like holding up Mikhail 5 and JOO Pace here. And JOO Pace and Mikhail 5 trying their best to get ahead of Skitty1. But I must say, Mikhail's looking very, very racy and managing to save a little bit more fuel than the 2 compatriots he has on track, and really awesome to see that these guys are keeping it nice and clean. As we go a bit further back, Valentino in 6th place here. And Mikhail's, I really don't want to leave this battle for 3rd, because these guys are absolutely caning it. Mikhail now 3rd place, Skitty still hanging on there. Great racing by the boys in these Mercs. Mikhail managing to get ahead of Skitty, and again side by side, literally leaving nothing to chance here. But they're costing each other time, as SMP Pro is just streaking ahead. Even Valentino's joined in. Oh, on the grass. Mikhail holding everybody up, making that Mercedes wide as possible. Valentino has no idea where to go as Skitty now. These guys are literally gaining it. But it looks like it's all settled into single file formation again. Skitty now on Mikhail. J-Dub taking a bit of a chill. And Valentino now in 6th place. So look a bit further down. Jacques Yaya managing to work that 5-second penalty down to 1.7. He's got Kuchi right behind him in 8th place. RBS Performance and Jerry Supra battling it out for 9th. As you look at SMP Pro, he's absolutely moving, guys, doing great stuff. Rear tires a bit sensitive though, and his fuel not too shabby, must admit. He's got a 3.5 second gap to AM Racing, who's got a bit better tire wear and a bit better fuel, so he's definitely looking after his car. As we look at Mikhail now, Mikhail's actually got the best amount of fuel. His tires are a bit worn, I think just sitting in that slip of Skitty 1, who's got J-Dub right on his bum. J-Dub and Skitty, these guys are teammates from the EKZ Motorsport team. Big shout out to them. And yeah, just showing that these guys are very equally matched as well. So a bit unfortunate for Skitty in race 1. I'm not too sure what happened to him at the beginning there, but definitely proving his worth in 4th place at the moment. And J-Dub, I think he just really wants to get ahead of Skitty so that he can go after Mikhail and try and finish ahead of him, just to get the all-important points that he needs. So look at Valentino dropping a little bit further back now. Jacques Yaya and Kuchi still in a nice exchange themselves, and looks like RBS Performance might have had a bit of an issue. His rear tires are absolutely burnt out already, and Jerry Supra just making sure that he's being cool, being calm, being collected, representing Kalahari Boys Racing Team. So as you watch now, your race leader DMR SMP Pro. Oh, looks like AM Racing must have had an off, as we see now Mikhail, Skitty and J-Double Pace getting ahead of him, and Valentino right behind. AM Racing has gone a bit wide again, unfortunately there. Oh, unfortunate for AM Racing. Doesn't look too happy about that. Valentino now making his way up to into 5th place. So look at your race leader SMP Pro. He's got just about 50% fuel, so he's going to have to do a bit of fuel management for the 2nd lap around the Nordschleife. And his rear tires are a little bit faded, but nonetheless all good on his side. Just less than 50% now. He's your race leader with an 8-second gap to the rest of the field, coming around to finish lap number 1. We've got Skitty 1 still in 2nd place. Oh, having a massive spin there, giving J-Double Pace the benefit there. Mikhail's actually pitted to change his tires, and looks like he's fine on fuel. Jacques Yaya is changing his tires. Kuchi's in the pits. Valentino just coming out the pits. AM Racing, bit of fuel in, changed his tires as well. They're going to cane it to the end. Jacques Yaya. So we got KBR Jerry Supra also rounding the final section now. Looks like he's not pitting. He's not pitting, and his fuel is quite minimal. I think he might have missed the pits or misjudged where the pits are. And RBS Performance with his tires that I think definitely need to be changed. We might just see him pitting. So J-Dub now, 5-second penalty. He must have had a massive off there. He's now behind Skitty 1, and he's actually got Mikhail, who had pitted on fresh tires, enough fuel, right behind him. So these guys not finding it as easy as they thought it might be, but this battle for 2nd place now, Skitty 1, J-Dub and Mikhail. Gonna see the crescendo come at the end of the race. Valentino keeping it nice and comfortable in 5th place. He must have had an off himself, because he did not pit. He's got the same tires, same fuel. He's actually been saving quite a bit of fuel, and I think he probably will be burning a bit more off this lap. looking nice and comfortable in 5th. AM Racing, new tyres, new fuel. He's definitely going to be caning at this lap to make sure that he can try and secure or kill a 5-second deficit between him and Valentino. Another one of the guys that pit stopped, Kuhi, he's in 7th place, 1 second behind AM Racing and 1 second ahead, 1.5 seconds ahead of Sharks Yaya, who pitted himself. We've got Jerry Supra, who's again keeping it cool, calm and collected. I do think he did miss the pit lane. He's in 9th place with about a half a minute gap between himself and his fellow KBR compatriot. And then RBS Performance, who did pit for new tyres as we suspected. Ooh, he's running wide. Unfortunate that we had to catch that on stream. He is in 10th place. So SMP Pro having to do a bit of fuel management now. You can see that the gap is shortening a bit between him and Skitty 1, but Skitty doesn't seem too happy on the rear tyres of his Mercedes. Sliding a bit and losing a bit of time himself. Mikhailo 5 already getting past JWO pace and looking to do the same, looking again very racy with fresh tyres. He definitely needs to clear Skitty 1 on this back straight here if he wants to be able to have any chance of making headway on DMR SMP Pro. So in terms of race 1, first race went out to Pace Motorsports. They got the W in race number 1 with JWO Pace taking that win. Looks like we might see a DMR win in terms of race 2. I think Mikhail's settled for the fact that he might not be able to catch DMR SMP Pro, so he's just looking to stay comfortable behind Skitty 1 because he's got quite the gap between himself and JWO Pace. He's still killing that penalty, 4.3 seconds now. Kuchi actually getting ahead of Valentino. Valentino must have had a massive off there. He's lost an AM Racing, unfortunately, getting knocked out. Oh, he says in chat his internet went out. That is so unfortunate, but and you're doing really well in this race, mate. Kuchi now 5th. KBR Jacques Yaya in 6th. Valentino struggling on those rear tyres in 7th. Jerry Supra in 8th. And RBS Performance making some headway on Jerry there in 9th place. So for this race the guys were allowed or had the option of using mediums or hard tyres, and you can see the medium tyres runners really struggling as we see Mikhailo 5 in 2nd, now Skitty actually falling down to 4th, JWO Pace in 3rd. They had the option of using the hard tyres, and had they done so, Skitty actually running wide again. I think his tyres are definitely shot. He's not happy on those tyres. JDub in 3rd place. Yeah, if they may have run the hard tyres, they might have had a bit of an easier time. No, I understand it. AM Racing, don't worry, but you're not alone, and hopefully we'll hopefully see you in race 3. Hoping. If it's down, it's down. Really unfortunate, and big shout out to you, but for 1 making the King of the Ring logo for 2020, but 2 just participating no matter what. At Arrive and Drive, you've always been there, and big shout out to you, brother. Thank you. As we're seeing your race leader, SMP Pro, he's got a 5.8 second gap, but at the moment he's coming onto the back straight. Mikhailo 5 is trying to make some headway on him. He's now on the back straight, looking really awesome here. Got just about enough fuel, we should think, to make it to the line. Mikhail got 6 seconds between himself and SMP Pro. And JWO Pace 7 seconds between him and Mikhail. But great to see that the guy's not giving up. As you're watching your race leader coming to the end of the final section now of the Nordschleife. Sliding it around. He definitely worked on this one. You can see his fuel's at its bare minimum. A little bit of a wiggle there, but he takes the win for the Dead Men Racing team. Mikhail 5 seconds just behind him in second place, so your championship leader, 2 second places, looks like he might just secure this. JW Pace killing a penalty and unfortunately getting beaten to the line by Skitty1, who finishes third, JW in fourth. Fifth place going to Kuchi, Reno Kuchlenberg. Well done to you, big man. So we're watching the first of the KBR boys, Jacques Yaya. Shout out to you, brother, you finishing in 6th position. Flora saying well done to DMR SMP3 Pro. Definite well done to him. I think very unfortunate. You can see those rear tires are absolutely finished. Jerry Super might actually get ahead here of Valentino if he's not careful. But Valentino's tires absolutely finished at the rears there. I think he had a torrid time come lap number 2. I really hope he's lifted off. You can see taking it very gingerly. Those rear tires are finished, guys. But he manages to get this car across the line in 7th position. Well done to Valentino. RBS Performance now in 8th. What the heck happened there? He finishes in 8th ahead of Jerry Super. Actually ran out of fuel. Wow, Jerry. Chucks is gonna have a word with you about that, but so well done to your winner, DMR SMP3 Pro of race 2. Big shout out to you, sir. Mad respect for that strategy there. Awesome stuff. So guys, we'll just look at the race results. DMR SMP Pro finishing in 1st place, Mikalo 5 in 2nd, Skitty 1 in 3rd, JW Pace in 4th, Kuchi in 5th, KBR Jacques Yaya in 6th, Valentino K1300 in 7th, RBS Performance in 8th position, KBR Jerry Supra in 9th, and last but not least our DNF from AM Racing. Big shout out to the guys, well done to DMR for winning that 2nd leg, and awesome stuff there by Mikhail. I must be said that although he pitted, fell back to about 4th or 5th, still managing to secure 2nd position from the guys. It was a really interesting race to see what the guys were able to do in terms of their tyre wear. So race number 3 is a night-ish time race around the 24-hour layout of the Nürburgring. The gents are going to be using the Group 4 SLS Mercedes. There's a 6 times tire wear setting and 3 times fuel depletion setting, and the gents are allowed to use racing soft tires or racing medium tires, doing 4 laps of the 24-hour layout. So we'll just take a quick short break, guys, and as soon as the guys are on track and everybody's ready and happy, we will join the action just after that. Welcome back, guys. We're looking at race number 3, the final race of the King of the Ring 2020 series. It is the GR4 Mercedes SLS around the Nürburgring 24-hour layout, racing soft, racing mediums, tire wear at 6 times and fuel at 3 times. Hopefully we can see a few of the liveries at this nighttime race. Your winner of race 2, DMR SMP3 Pro, will start in pole position for this final race. And he's looking good and good. Valentino K1300 in second. RBS Performance, Sherry Supra, JWO Pace, who's looking really strong, I must admit. He's been doing awesomely, finishing in first place for the first race and in fourth place for the second race. We got Jacques Yaya, Kuchi in 6th, Mikhail in 7th, Skitty 1 in 8th, and RBS Performance in 9th. An unfortunate DNF due to internet issues from AM Racing, who is in chat. He finished in 10th in the previous race. So looking forward to see what these guys can do. It's a 4-lap race. It takes roughly 9 minutes to get around the track. Fuel at 6 times, tires at 3 times. The guys should be able to push the medium tire for about 3 laps, where they should then have to pit for a soft tire. Alternatively, they can do 2 laps on each tire. Nonetheless, it's going to be really awesome to see, and we are about to get underway shortly. Guys, a big shout out to our sponsor, Sky Coffee Company. They sponsored King of the Ring 2020 series, and you can find them on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter at Sky Coffee Company. Alternatively, you can visit their brand new and improved website, skycoffee.co.za. If you find the Pace Motorsport branded Sky Coffee using the discount code on checkout KLM-Pace, you'll receive a 10% discount on your order of those branded products. So guys, for the final time tonight, let's hope. We've got 9 cars on the grid, and this is your final race of the King of the Ring 2020 series. We've got 4 red lights, and everybody's away. SMP Pro in the lead, Mikhail in second, Skitty in third, JW in fourth, KVR Sherry Supra, Jacques in fifth. And SMP Pro running a bit deep there. Mikhail already taking on the outside. Does he manage to stick it? No, Mikhail's actually a bit wide. And he's got JWO Pace now on his inside. JWO Pace making it up into second position there. Dash to turn number 3. SMP Pro securing his first position and doing the most for everybody. Everybody look good. So the top 2 medium tires. Mikhail on softs, Skitty on softs, Valentino on softs, Kuchi on softs, RBS on mediums, Jacques Yaya on softs, and Jerry Supra on softs. So everyone making it quite clean. Skitty running a bit wide now. He has Valentino to contend with into the Schumacher S's. Managing to secure his 4th place there though, and definitely going to be hunting down the lead. But Valentino always in the fight, always there. Him and Kuchi now looking very close to each other. And RBS Performance not too far behind, as well as the KBR boys rounding up the grid. As you can see, SMP Pro again, like he did in the first race, leading from the front. And Mikhail on his soft tire compound trying to make a move into the chicane here on JW. JW managing to hold on to the inside and keep Mikhail behind him. It's very detrimental that JW does that, so that he can finish or get more points than Mikhail, who is the current championship leader. So as we look at down the grid, Mikhail in 3rd, Skitty 4th place, and Valentino in 5th. The 3 soft runners. Kuchi also in softs. Jacques, yeah, RBS Performance losing out there. Oh my goodness. Really unfortunate. Again, a first lap issue for him. But great to see that he's still going. Our leader, DMO SMP Pro, Happy that the guys ahead of him are battling, because now he can just stretch his lead of his medium tires. He is using a bit more fuel than the guys behind him. Possible tactic there by him. Got Jada up in second and Mikhail in third. I must commend SMP Pro, because ever since round 3 and 4, this man has actually been putting in the hours and doing a hell of a lot better. AM Racing shouting, "Come on, RBS Performance! Let's get you back up the grid, brother." Got the KBR boys in 7th and 8th. Reino Kuchlenberg sitting pretty in 6th. He's trying to chase the pack, and JWO pace. What happened there? From 2nd to 6th. Mate must have had an off, unfortunately, there for him. Kuchi now up into 5th, and Jay's got it all to play for on the medium tyre. Luckily he will still pit and possibly take the soft tyre to the end. Got Valentino in 4th now, making good headway and sticking with this leading pack. He's only got about 0.7 of a second between him and Skitty, so great stuff by Valentino. And Skitty and Mikhail now, your soft tyre runners in 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, as they look to make headway now on SMP Pro. But SMP Pro does have an advantage with these medium tyres. He can still use the softs towards the end, so he'll be much quicker than the guys on the mediums come the latter stages of this 4-lap race. I must say, you must love the sound of these cars. Sorry, as we just quickly exit there so that we can jump on board with our race leader. The grunt of these beasts, amazing. I'd love to own one myself. Cool, calm and collected from your race leader under the night sky in Germany here at the Nürburgring. Looking nice and comfortable. I think he might have put in quite a few hours, because he's managing to fend off these soft tyre runners at the moment with his speed. But I must admit, he is using a bit more fuel to do so. Skitty now just falling a bit behind. 0.5 second penalty. He's about 1.5 seconds off Mikhail, and Valentino 1.1 off Skitty 1. Got Kuchi, also one of the soft tyre runners. He's 1.6 seconds ahead of behind Valentino. He's got a 2-second buffer now to JWO pace. KBR boys both on soft tyres. They are 7th and 8th place, keeping a comfortable 2-second gap between each other. And RBS Performance was about 14 seconds behind these guys, now 12 seconds, so he's making a bit of headway on these medium tyres. Looks like Mikhail might have had a bit of an issue. He's dropped 0.5 of a second to RBS there. So RBS showing what he's got with these mediums, and I mean, finishing 3rd in race 2, finishing 3rd in race 1. Winning race 2 and looking set to go all the way here, winning race number 1. Definite contender for a podium spot in the 2020 King of the Ring series. So you watch Skitty 1 and Valentino close quarters with each other here. These Mercedes are not easy to drive. Front engine, front wheel drive, was rear wheel drive, front engine, rear wheel drive, so car does tend to understeer as it is quite heavy in front. But really awesome to see that the guys are quite close to each other. There's only about just under 10 seconds separating the top 6, with 7th, 8th and 9th having a battle of their own, about 17 seconds ahead behind the leader. As we look now at the tyre wear between our GTSport Pro and Mikhail 05, soft tyres seeming to hold up. I think we might find that Soft tire runners will do 2 laps on these tires, if not just the one. And the medium tire runners can push it to 3 laps, but they will lose quite a bit of time. So we'll see what strategies unfold. As we look at Kuchi, Valentino and Skitty getting very racy with each other. Great stuff by Valentino. He's not backing down. He's got a 0.3 gap to Skitty, so looking really comfortable. I must say they quite evenly matched tyre wear. Skitty has a bit better tyre life in his tyres at the moment, and Valentino pushing this SLS Group 4 Mercedes. Guys, what's your predictions for the race winner here? SMP Pro must have had an off because he's lost a full 1.8 seconds and Mikhail's now on him. As we watch this battle, Skitty managing just to get out of the slipstream of Valentino, out of slipstream range for Valentino, and J-Dub actually in slipstream range of Kuchi. Will he make a move? Coming to the final section. Yes, he's looking to go around the outside and side by side. This might get a bit tight, but J-Dub pulling ahead of Kuchi. Now up into 5th place. Brakes looking really hot there. As we come now to the end of the first lap here, SMP Pro 1.3 seconds ahead of Mikhail. Got a 4.2 second between Mikhail and Skitty. 1.1 now between Skitty and Valentino. J-Dub closing the gap there. 1.4 seconds between him and Valentino. And 1.1 seconds between Kuchi and J-Dub. Still a 10-second gap between the leader to 6th place. So it's all to play for, guys. KVR just starting his 2nd lap. Shaxiaya. Jerry Supra jumping off those soft tires and onto the mediums after just 1 lap, and RBS Performance now up into 8th place. He's actually made big headway to himself and Jacques Yaya from 12 seconds to 2.5 seconds. That's the never say die attitude of this man. Big shout out to RBS Performance for not giving up, putting his head down and just getting on with it. They've got a 23-second gap to the top 6. We'll see what these guys can do. I have faith, I have faith. Jaxia's front tires though looking really shaky, I must admit. I think he should have pitted and followed his fellow KVR teammate into the pits there. As we look at Kuchi now, 1.2. JWO pace coming to the chicane. Himself and Valentino. He's got the slipstream, got the inside, takes the position. Valentino actually having dropped time there to Skitty 1. It's now a 3-second gap, but still giving him a nudge saying, I'm still here, J-Dub. I must say Valentino's tires are a little bit more worse for wear as opposed to JWO pace. It's all about tire management, and J-Dub looking really racy. I think J-Dub definitely wants to catch up to the guys ahead of him. Our winner of race 1 running a bit wide there, pushing a bit too hard. He definitely wants to catch up. This man's on a mission. Skitty 1 on his soft tires, looking quite comfortable in 3rd. SMP Pro again lengthening that gap to himself, and Mikhail is a bit worse for wear tires as opposed to Skitty 1. In chat here we've got AM Racing saying SMP Pro doing well considering he's on the mediums, and I cannot agree with you more. This man is showing incredible pace. He's got such an advantage on these medium tires at the moment, and I think when he hits those soft tires, man, fly baby fly. As I always say, he's showing some Godspeed tonight, some Godspeed. You can never discount Mikhail. For sure, Mikhail's right there, guys. He's not too far behind. Tires a bit worse for wear. It might be proving to his detriment at the moment. He's losing time each sector, but we'll see what happens when they come to pit. Guys in chat, if you have been following the King of the Rings series, let us know what's been your favorite moment of the race so far, of the series over the past 6 months. Would love to hear your input. I must say it's just been such a blessing, starting off with what was 24 races, 24 participants rather. Malgary, Cheritomon, Eleanor Bob Lixum, Eleanor Elevate, Psycho Sheep, big shout out to you, sir. And just a whole host of other guys who unfortunately couldn't make it. NTZ, 4907, who else? Let me actually go through. Honorable mentions, man, honorable mentions. King of the Ring, AM Racing as well, can't forget you, brother. Let's see, Bob Lixum, yeah. FLAce, Mr. Fuel Safe 30 was, I think, our winner of race 3, if I'm not mistaken. Well done. MUFC Monty, big shout out to you, brother. Let's see, who else? I'll pull 2 guys who, a lot of them unfortunately couldn't make it due to other commitments. Vladimir Putin, 525, Crazy 8 Swears, shout out. NTZ, as I mentioned. GTI, who was a phenomenal participant. He did a world of good in these races. And a few guys that we didn't see after race number 1, 2, Reno the Mano, Portum Ignis, and Giella Marcellus. Big shout out, guys. Still, thank you so much for joining us for this series. And I think you guys, it wouldn't have been as successful as it was without you guys, regardless if you were there from the beginning and those that are here with us till the end. Big shout out to every single one of you. A big thank you from my side in terms of this, guys. So as we look at the leader, Mikhail must have had a massive off. He's got a 5.4 second penalty, must have been 6 seconds, and he's dropped a monumental amount of time to himself and SMP Pro. It's now a 6 second gap. Mikhail in second place, who's got Skitty now hot on his heels. We've got JWO Pace in third place on his fourth place on his medium tires. He's made a lot of headway on not only Skitty 1 and Mikhail, but he's dropping time to SMP Pro himself as well, so definitely pushing on those mediums. We got Kuchi in fifth place, who's overtaken Valentino, who must have had an off in sixth now. 2 seconds gap between him. RBS Performance making his headway around Jacques Yaya. Jacques Yaya must have had an off with a 13 second gap now. And KBR Cherry Super having a bit of a lonely race in 9th position. So as we come towards this end of lap number 2, SMP Pro currently in first place. Those mediums still looking fairly decent. Must say SMP Pro's fuel is a lot less than his competitors. So will we see our race leader? Excuse me. Will we see our race leader pitting at the end of this lap, or will he continue for a third lap on these medium tires? I have a feeling he might carry on because he has been showing tremendous pace. Jumping on board with him. Clear mirrors, clear track ahead. Is this man just on a mission? Currently with the fastest lap and looking to set another fastest lap as well. Can hear the tires squealing just a little bit more. Revving it out just a little bit extra now on the back straight. If we look in the mirror, those headlights are far behind. 5.5 seconds behind. What an amazing machine this is. Your race leader, DMR SMP Pro. Mikhailo 5, Skitty must have had an off 3 seconds drop there. He's got JWO Pace, not too far behind, just out of slipstream range though. Skitty 1 giving us a flash, as it looks like we're going to see second and third definitely pitting. Those tires cannot do another lap, they will lose too much time. Your race leader coming around the final corner, does he pit? Yes, he does indeed. So he's going to add a splash of fuel himself and then head out to set even quicker laps on the soft tyres. Mikhail's also pitted. Mikhail doesn't have to fuel. Skitty1 and JWO Pace, everyone taking this second lap to pit, as well as Kuchi, as well as Valentino. And wow, look at that, from 6 seconds to 0.6 of a second. That was a big jump. Mikhail jumping back onto softs. I think we might have had a glitch there. Mikhail must have been on mediums and is now on softs actually. Or a glitch between SMP Pro having been on softs and now jumping onto the medium tire. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Wow. Mikhail taking the lead from SMP Pro. SMP Pro running is slightly wide, and Mikhail, although forceful, getting ahead of him, but he's got that 5.2 second penalty to contend with. Skitty1 with a 5-second penalty himself to contend with, and JWO Pace in 4th place on the soft tyres now. Kuchi on his soft tyres now in 5th, Valentino on his soft tyres in 6th, RBS Performance in 7th, in 8th it's KBR Jacques Yaya, and Jerry Supra after his pit now coming right up behind his son, father and son car of Jacques Yaya and Jerry Supra. So our championship leader at the head of the field again. Will he be able to do it? Won't he be able to do it? We'll just have to wait and see. Securing a second King of the Ring title. It was an open chase of tyres, so whether they wanted to use softs or mediums was completely up to them. We'll see how things go. As you see Mikhail now just pulling a bit of a gap between himself and SMP Pro. These guys have been battling since race 1, so it's awesome to see this on track, as well as Skitty1 and JWO Pace. So as things stands, guys, if Mikhail's able to win this race, he definitely secures himself the King of the Ring title. So we've got another 14, 15, well, let me not lie, another about 28 kilometers of racing to go before we are able to find out the final results of who is your King of the Ring 2020 champion. I think Mikhail's only competition at the moment is SMP Pro as well as JWO Pace, so if we get a good showing from those two, we might just see the King's crown fall into the hands of somebody else. So as we look a bit further down the grid, we've got Valentino and Kuchi still battling it out themselves for 5th position here. Big shout out to these two gents for always showing up. We've got RBS Performance now, has got quite a good buffer between himself. He also pitted onto the soft tyre now, between himself and Jacques Yaya and Jerry Supra. The KBR boys battling it out at the back of the grid here. Still looking very nice and racy. I think we might see Jerry Supra pitting again because his tyres are falling off slightly. He could definitely do another lap though. As we look at Mikhail, he's pulling away slowly but surely. He's got a almost 2 seconds gap now between himself and the SMP Pro. Like AM Racing said in chat there, you can never rule out Mikhail 05. And I mean, if we look at race number 2, race number 4, I think race number 2 was the most impressive display of confidence in a car, and just confidence in your own abilities, where Mikhailo 5 was in a GTR with literally no fuel, doing a full lap of the Nordschleife and making it to the pits. I mean, guys, if that's not the mark of the champion, what is? This guy has been impeccable. Impeccable. But SMP Pro closing that gap now, has pulled in half a second, so all to play for still until the end of this race. As we see Skitty1 and JWO Pace actually going side by side with each other here. Man, these two EKZ teammates doing the most. And I think JWO Pace is just urging Skitting along, say, go mate, go, let's catch these two. We've got the tires, we've got the fuel. It's just about getting up there. Oh, Skitty1 running slightly wide there. I think that pressure was just a little bit too much for him. But not falling too far behind. Dirty tires though, so he can manage the rest of the race. His tire life literally almost the same, a bit less fuel though. I think he's still short shifting his way till the end. Kuchi and Valentino now coming into the carousels. Kuchi just ahead of Valentino. These guys also looking amazingly racy here. Guys, every position counts. Every position counts. Nice and easy into the carousel, making sure that they don't spin. Looking awesome, boys. Keep it up, keep it up. Got RBS Performance in 7th. Jerry Supra, and looks like Jacques Yaya actually had a bit of an off there because he's now behind Jerry Supra. So unfortunate for him. Let's hopefully be able to not give up. Never give up, guys. Never give up. I think that's the code of most of our King of the Ring races that partook in the series. So JWO Pace now in 3rd place after falling behind to 6th. He's trying to make sure that he stays well in contention of winning this race. I mean, if you think about it, he was 9 seconds behind the guys in front, now only 5.5 seconds, so he's been on it. Great stuff by Jay there. He's still inching his way up to the guys ahead. So look at SMP Pro now, 1.5 seconds behind Mikhail. Not quite in slipstream range, just consolidating his 2nd place at the moment. He has got JWO Pace to deal with, he's definitely clawing his way back, and Mikhail looks like he's just trying to spread his wings here. That 5.2 second penalty might prove costly for him at the end of the race, so hopefully he can work that off before then. Still currently with lap 1, your fastest lap from DMR SMP Pro, 8 minutes 58 seconds. So SMP Pro has a lot more fuel than the guys around him, as well as JWO Pace, so he can definitely push it towards the end. Mikhail just borderline. I think he's definitely still short shifting, but man, is he able to keep up that speed. So JDub now 4.8 seconds, still clawing away. We might see a good crescendo come the end of the race here between these three. Let's not forget for Skitty1, he's still in there. So change of the race lead on lap number 3. Mikhailo 5 crossing the line in 1st place. SMP Pro in 2nd place. JWO Pace now in 3rd. Skitty1 adding to his penalty, unfortunately he's in 4th. Still battling here for 5th is Valentino and Kuchi. We got RBS Performance coming onto the back straight now in 7th. Jerry Supra in 8th, and KBR Jacques Yaya, who's actually made up 5 seconds on Jerry Supra in 9th place currently. So we're on to our final lap. Mikhail inching that penalty down as he needs to do so. managing to still pull a gap 2 seconds now between himself and DMR SMP Pro. And again, JWO Pace is on it, boys. He's on it. He was 3.5 seconds coming the back straight. Look at that. And he's now 2 seconds behind SMP Pro. So SMP Pro's got a bit of work to do to make sure that he gets second place. These guys are pulling away from Skitty 1 now. And look at these two as well. 5th place, guys. This battle has not stopped between Kuchi and Valentino. And I think, remember, at the beginning of this race, Valentino was definitely on it as well in terms of keeping Skitty 1 honest and JWO Pace as well. As we see 0.2 seconds now. Does he go for a dive here? No. Keeps it nice and tidy. As we see now, Jerry Super is coming into the pits on the last lap. And Jacques Yaya taking him there. Jerry Super definitely needed to pit. His fuel's quite low. And definitely probably fitting on the soft tire. Bit of extra fuel for him. And away he goes. So we see Mikhail now 3.4 seconds, and where is... Oh no! Okay, he's still there. Whew. Wait, SMP Pro! Oh no! What happened there? He must have had a big off. I think all the guys going off in the same position now. SMP Pro from leading the race to unfortunately falling behind now to 4th, but he's right on the back of Skitty, who must have had a second off there. And these guys are side by side here. What happened there? So we just follow this battle here. These guys are coming into some very tricky parts of the track. SMP Pro just biding his time, Skitty trying to give him an indicator of where to go, but I think that might be just a mistake. Who's side by side into one of the trickiest sections to overtake. But Skitty just backs off, lets him go by. Clean racing from the boys here. Great stuff. But guys, JWO Pace was in 6th place. He had a 10-second gap between himself and SMP Pro at the end of lap 1. He's now 2.7 seconds behind your race leader Mikhailo 5. Will he get ahead of him? Will Mikhail be able to secure this win? We'll have to wait and see. JWO Pace, you winner of race 1. SMP Pro, you winner of race number 2. Who's going to be with the winner of race number 3? Let's go back to 5th place, and Valentino, oh, losing time there. He's fallen behind. 5 seconds now between him and Kuchi. Unfortunate, it was a good battle for 5th. It's not over until the finish line, guys. RBS now in 6th, and again, Jacques Yaya, big off now. He's behind his fellow KBR compatriot in 8th, Jerry Super, who's got fresh tires. Jerry Super's got some painfully dead tires at the moment, but both enough fuel to make it to the end. So one thing, as we look at our battle for the lead, Mikhailo 5's got a lot less fuel than JWO Pace, so he's definitely going to be managing that. He's got a 4.9 second penalty that he has to work off before he gets to that finish line, as well as managing fuel. You can see he's revving very short with this car. Whew. Jada taking half a second there just in that straight alone. I must say my money's on JWO Pace, guys. What a race by the man. Where did this guy come from? Wow. And this is why I love Group 4 races, because when you get put into the same car, it's all about skill level. It's all about what you can do about your car in the race. I'm sure Mikhail's nails are almost finished, the way he's having to watch his mirrors and just seeing that gap, that split coming down every so often. AM Racing J-Dub is definitely on fire, brother. Again, a big shout out to everyone that's watching this. What a series, man. What a series. And I think the guys are definitely tired of this track, although they love it so much. This must have taken a toll on everybody. So you got just under 3 minutes, 3 minutes to go. Who will be your king of the ring? I must say, Mikhail, 2 second places. A third second place must secure him the win. So we see Skitty 1 falling further back. He's actually falling into the clutches of SMP Pro, who must have had another off. SMP Pro with a 9.5 second penalty. What is going on? He's been so consistent and it just comes to the end. I think guys just must be tired, guys. Must be tired. Kuchi in 5th. Valentino in 6th. RBS making some headway on 6th place. He's in 7th now. We've got Jerry Supra ahead of Jacques Yaya. But our focus is all on your race leader at the moment. What is he going to do about that penalty? Will he be able to finish ahead of JWO Pace? If not, that fuel is so low. Will he make it to the end? Who knows, guys? Who knows? About a minute left. Just over a minute left. We're here waiting. Who's getting this crown? Who's gonna win, boys? What an awesome series this has been. And what awesome racing we've witnessed over the past 6 months, guys. Guys all over the track still battling it out. No one wants to. Everyone wants to get as much points as possible. I mean, look here, even the boys at the back for 8th place. Guys, what awesome racing, man. I can't... The smile on my face right now is just ear to ear. So Mikhail rounding the final corner now. Just about enough fuel, I think. 2.5 second gap. What is he going to do about this penalty, man? J-Dub 2.3, he's catching him, SMP Pro now ahead of Skitty. Skitty must have had an off. Skitty now in the clutches of Kuchi. Kuchi looking to maybe get 4th place. What is going on? So Mikhail now coming to the final section. What will happen here at the end, boys? Final corner. Will he kill that penalty in time? 2 seconds gap. Just under 2 seconds gap. What's gonna happen? Mikhailo 5 finishing. Oh, that doesn't look... JWO Pace getting the W on the final race of your King of the Ring series. Mikhail, another second position for him. Well done to him. I think he definitely wanted to win that one, though. He definitely wanted to win that one. But big shout out to J-Dub. 2 race wins. DMO SMP Pro trying to kill that penalty. Kuchi getting ahead of Skitty. Kuchi finishing in 3rd place. What a man. SMP Pro in 4th. Skitty 1 in 5th place. Valentino finishing in 6th. Big shout out to the boys. And we've got RBS Performance coming towards the end of the track now. Jerry Super and Jacques Yaya are still battling it out. Do watch our 7th place finisher. Coming to the final section now. RBS coming home, taking 7th place. Big shout out to you, sir, and a big well done. Thank you so much for joining us, man. 7th there for RBS Performance. And the final battle on track, the KBR boys. What's going to happen here? Both little fuel, very bad tires on Jacques Yaya. Father and son battling it out here. I don't think Sharks Yaya is going to make it, especially with these tires into this last section. Bomber! Wakanda forever, my brother. Wakanda forever. So Jerry Supra staying ahead here of Sharks Yaya. Coming home to finish side by side, father and son, 8th and 9th position. Well done to everybody. So awesome stuff by the boys. Unfortunate for Mikhail. But your winner of race number 3, JOO Pace of Pace Motorsports and EKZ. Well done to you, my brother. So before we go away, we can see your final positions. JOO Pace in first, Mikhail 5 in second, third place to Kuhi, fourth to DMR SMP Pro, fifth to Skitty 1, Valentino in sixth, RBS in seventh, eighth to KBR Jerry Supra, and ninth to KBR Sharks. Yeah. Well done to everybody that took part, and I must say a big shout out to everyone that took part across the whole series. If you don't mind just giving me 2 seconds, guys. I want to invite some of the guys just to join the chat. Quick. Cool stuff. So we should, we're back at it here, guys. We should get the gentleman joining the chat shortly. But man, oh man, what an awesome final leg and a final 3 races from everybody involved. Amazing stuff by the boys. And we are joined by Mikhail 05. Mikhail?
What's up? What's up, Galen?
All good, brother. Mate.
Yeah.
King of the Ring, 2020 champion. Well done.
Is that confirmed?
It's confirmed. 3 second places.
Stewards.
3 second places. 2020 King of the Ring champion. Mate. You must be like so chuffed right now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, consistency is the key.
I can't agree more. I mean, the final race, I think a lot of the viewers were watching and they're thinking, nah, this 4.9 second gap, it's just not going away. And to finish second 3 races in a row, I mean, you can't say more. It definitely secures you that.
You know,
title,
it's so tough to get rid of the penalties for these races. Like, as much ghosting as you want to try and do, you know, you have to like essentially be on standstill on the track. You know, to get rid of that penalty. No, I'm quite happy. The guys really upped their game for these races, like Goniwe, Skitty. It was tough competition.
Yeah, you forgot to mention one person being SMP3 Pro. I think he gave you hard time.
No, I honestly forgot to mention him. I think he literally gave me the hardest time on track over there. Like, yes, it was hectic.
100%. But a big shout out and a big well done to you. Just stick around, don't go away, don't go too far away. I want to just chat to you again. We got our race winner for race 1 and race 3, JOO Pace. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Man, Wakanda forever, man. Wakanda forever. What a race. I think race 1, you creamed everybody. It was absolutely awesome to watch you in that super formula in race 1. And then I think a shock to you as well, falling 10 seconds behind in 6th place in race number 3, and then just coming from nowhere to win that one. How do you feel about that, brother?
I mean, I think this is a song that probably most would know, but as usual, I had no practice. Because the thing is, it was a last minute thing. I was actually supposed to be in Randburg now, but things changed, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, and I have to race 3 days before I did deliveries, and then they were just like, do like a little video, do like a video. I was like, okay, and then from there, I have not even touched the comb. I was even about to ask why we're using super softs on the
Yeah.
Nova Jeep, and I'm just like, you know, the super formulas feel nice with the super, so I'm in. And then the second race, I don't know what was happening on the first few corners. Like, there was just carnage. And I was like, okay, hazards on. Let me just see who's that. And then I think there was a time I was making a couple mistakes because, I don't know, my wheels started acting up. Because it even got to a point where race 3, I think the time when I went off,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like there was no force feedback at all, and I'm just like, okay, something's definitely up. And then I just waited to the pit. I'm just like, okay, wheel off, controller charged, good. Let's finish this. Delete this tomorrow, and then from there it was just like, hey, once the softs came in, the car was just like, you know what? Let me give you some good pace. Plus,
Yeah.
I had my Sky coffee alongside, so I was like,
So you had
I'm
the fuel
good.
to the finish there, eh?
Yeah, like while I was changing, I'm like, sip or two, I got out, another sip, and I'm just like, okay. And I noticed I was catching stiff, and I'm like, okay, the coffee's doing the things. And then,
100%.
if it wasn't for that spin he had, which was unfortunate, I was
Yeah.
gonna catch him, maybe just on
Amazing.
just on the second long straight, the one just like when you go
Mm-hmm.
deep into the corners. I was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
have caught him there. And then with Mikhail, I was just like a thing of, let me just stick to second. And then there was a time where I think when it got to a hairpin,
Yeah.
I saw the penalty 4.5. I'm like, oh, for real? Okay. Lap 6, let me relax.
Yeah.
Just keep it at like 2 seconds, And then I was just wondering, I was like, okay, where is he gonna burn it? Where is he gonna burn it? And when it got to the straight, I was like, okay, I think this win is in the bag. Let me just
Yeah.
relax. Let me not cock up any corner. Finish.
Nah, big
But
shout
he's
out to
still
you though,
champ,
bud.
you know? He's
Yeah,
still champ.
we have confirmed it. He is the champ. 3 second places in a row definitely secured him that win. Unconfirmed. So please don't take my word for it. I will do a stream confirming all the points for the guys with King of the Ring. But I believe you may have been our second place finisher. So big shout out to you for sticking it out,
Yeah.
brother. And I mean,
Keep on that.
proving your mettle tonight, man. I mean, what an awesome race.
I enjoyed the first one though. Hey,
I'm sure you
loved
did.
it.
I'm sure you did. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have DMR SMP3 Pro who's going to join the chat. I voted him as my driver of the day. I'm not sure what the chat thinks. But man, that guy definitely showed some great speed that we didn't see in the first 5 rounds. Well, we did see it potential, but I think in this round number 6, he actually showed us everything that he had to give. And I think he would have won this race had he not had the unfortunate spins, and I think he didn't expect to see Mikhail right behind him come the pit stop. So I mean,
I
strategy
was
by
just
Mikhail
wondering,
just showing his class
yeah,
again. So yeah,
like I was just wondering how Mika managed to keep up with a soft tire run. I'm like,
it was crazy. It was
in
crazy.
my head, I'm just like, did he put on softs?
Yeah.
And then someone, and then while I was on the call, someone was like, no, Mika's on the mediums. I'm like, drop the call. I'll call you
Yep.
back. Then
Yep.
I focused.
Nah,
And I'm
guys are
like,
quick tonight. Guys are quick tonight. Jay, thanks again. Big shout out to you, brother, and I must commend you on an awesome series. You did everything you could, from battling with Eleanor Blixum, Psycho
oh,
Sheep,
that,
everybody. Big shout out to you, brother, and well done.
yeah, I feel like, I think that was race 3, right? Race 3 has to
Yeah,
be like, okay, even though today's race 1 was like my best
yeah,
drives, race 3 was the one, like, where I was actually from qualifying, where I was just within milliseconds of Publix and to actually going door to door with him, and I'm just like, you know what? I love this race. Maybe it was the Mao power livery, but hey,
possibly.
hey, a battle is a battle, eh?
100%. Now, well done, brother, and thank you so much again Mikhail, you still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm around.
100%, mate.
Mikhail, you on chat. Congrats, champ.
I was just keeping quiet, letting you enjoy your 2 wins over here. Well done, man. Well done. Definitely deserved it.
Hey,
Killed it.
it feels nice just to beat a champ, you know. I mean, all of us can't be champs, so at least we
Yeah.
can beat the champ. So at least I
Well,
can
I
beat
mean,
nicely.
think of it this way, J-Dub, you Chatbox champ, Chatbox Cup champ, so
Yes.
King of the Ring champ, yeah. So great to see you guys. Mikhail, second time, mate. How? Just like, why? Why are you this good on this track, man?
You know, it's just the practice, and I really like the track. It's so fun to play all the time, and I mean also, I think if you are taking part in this, it would be a little bit different, don't you think? Jay, do you agree with me?
You know what, I'll be
True,
honest.
eh?
I'll be honest. When I was testing this 3-race series for you guys, I was so rusty. So rusty. It's like trying to get around the track in one piece was a mission.
You just put a bit of Q20 there, and you're good to go.
True story. No, but I can't commend you enough, because I mean, to do it twice in a row, big ups, brother. And I think still on controller, right?
Yeah, still on the
Still
controller.
on controller. It's absolutely crazy.
The trusty steed is still taking me.
It's absolutely crazy what you're able to do with that, man. And I think just a big shout out to everybody from the community, GTSSA, everywhere, LNR, and obviously the King of the Ring community. Big shout out from Pace Motorsports itself, and again Sky Coffee. I know Jerito's not here at the moment, but he definitely enjoyed watching this and being able to be a part of it himself. Really happy to see such great racing from everybody, and in particular you coming out tops on everything, bro.
No, definitely, and I mean, big ups to all the guys that took part. Like, definitely since the first King of the Ring we had,
Yep.
the guys they've been practicing late at night because the competition, like, it grew so much for the season, and I mean, like, it was so much more of a challenge with all the guys this season.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and definitely great events from your side, Kellen.
Big thanks,
Organization was on point. The races were extremely fun. I'm sure all of us had a great time taking part in all the races.
I can tell you now.
That.
I can tell you now,
Retweet.
J-Dub, Psycho Sheep, unfortunately he wasn't here tonight. One of the main people, Valentino's always looking forward to these. The 2KBR
Yeah.
boys, big shout out to you guys.
100%.
And yeah, just awesome to have everybody taking part in this. Just reading the chat here quickly. Mikhail, well done, brother, from AM Racing. And he's also saying we need to crowdfund to get Mikhail a wheel. If I'm not mistaken,
You must just be slow just for a few weeks. You know,
yeah,
like,
if I'm not mistaken, there is something that was in the background or in the works a while ago. I don't know where it led to, but there was one guy that is in chat or was in chat earlier, who might still have a bit of a hand in terms of possibly getting the controller champion onto a wheel. So we'll just have to wait and see in terms of that, man. But Mikhail, mate,
Hey, you guys have my number.
we have your number. We
You
have
know-
your
you know where to
address,
contact
we
me.
know where you are. Yeah. But man,
all I can
awesome.
say is that
Yeah.
there's a bit of info on that, but due to
Don't
legal
let
reasons,
it let it out. Don't let it out.
yes,
Let
due
it.
to legal reasons, I'm not
What
obliged
legal
to say.
reasons, guys? What's going on? To be honest, my birthday is on Saturday coming up, so
Guys, you heard it here first. His birthday's Saturday. It's Tuesday. Courier
Let
guy
me
takes
just
2 to 3 working days. Let's go.
You say it's on Saturday, no? Let me just text, you know. Just pop a message.
But Carl, again, guys, thank you so much for joining this one. Final few words from you, J-Dub, and then final few words from you, Mikhail, and then I'll just say my last piece.
Okay,
J-Dub?
who's gonna go first?
J-Dub?
You, yeah.
Oh, the runner-up. Okay, because I'm second. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it was good to take like 2 wins today. It's just like a thing of at least I'm not slow yet. 'Cause
With a bit of a hampered wheel, yeah.
yeah, you know, and Yeah, I think the whole series was nice. Plus, if I had to like
What
get
is your
someone hooked into this,
yeah?
I'll just tell them to be like, you know what? Either watch race 2 or go watch race 3. Because even
Yeah.
though on race 2, you're even at a point where you're like, you know what? I should have been there. Like, it just got to a point where the race was too hot. You were
Mm,
just like, you know what? I should be there.
mm.
And then the race 3 was just, yeah. Speaking of that GTR moment, how Mikhail got a whole GTR on the yellow light. They
Mark of a
still
champion,
pushing
mate. Mark of a champion.
it. Like that was just like when I watched it, I'm like, damn, this boy is good.
Yeah.
Like,
On a controller.
No, Jay, I think you and Bob Lixon helped me over there because you guys were fighting the whole time.
because the thing is, when I pass them, it's like, okay, party mode on the Lexus, I'm fetching him, and then one of the curbs decide to be like, no, slow down, and then immediately he was there. I'm like, okay, back to battling, and then you open. I was like, let me keep second at least, you know. So yeah, but those are like my top moments there.
Hundreds.
And then of course this one where, oh, race one was just like, hey, who can get in a car, the vibranium power.
You felt it.
It was there. So
Awesome
yeah,
stuff.
that's all from my side.
Awesome stuff,
Waiting for
brother.
the next one also.
We'll see. We'll see. Few things I have to think about in terms of the next one. So yeah, 2021 possible. Just don't know what platform, what game yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Mikhail, your side, brother, two-time champ again. I think firstly, favorite moment of the whole series. Secondly, just your thoughts in terms of everything, and we will see you in the future.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I think probably the favorite moment for me, I think it had to be that the Group 3 race that Jay was talking about.
Yeah.
When I used a GTR, like, I mean, even after the race, like I remember saying in the comments that that was like literally the best race of my life
Yeah.
because, like, you know, getting that pit stop glitch and all that stuff, like, you know, having to fight back for the win, it was like such a fulfilling moment, you know, when you cross the line in first place. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, just the whole way that went down, like me sitting over here, like stressing, like, you know, am I going to even make it across? Am I going to run out of fuel and stuff? And
Yeah.
eventually crossing in first. I mean, I think that was the best moment for me.
Yep.
Even the Group
Nice.
1 race, the Group 1 race, I really enjoyed that one. I
You
know,
were gone,
Oh,
mate.
that
yeah,
one broke my heart.
yeah, I really enjoyed that one. I mean, I remember like playing back in like GT6 and GT5. I used to do like Group 1 hot laps around the ring, you know, just for practice because there's nothing else to do. Like online play wasn't so big. So I guess that's where I got the advantage over there.
Yep.
In a
Yeah, that
whole
was also
minute, yo, I know. A whole minute. Like,
yeah. I mean, like for that race, I just didn't make mistakes, so
Yeah.
that's why
Literally.
yeah, like if you make a mistake with a Group 1 car on the ring, you're definitely losing like 30 seconds trying to get the car back on track. So that was one thing that I tried not to do. But yeah, just in terms of the season, yeah, Kalen, I mean, a big shout out to you for organizing such another great
Hundreds,
event.
brother. Hundreds, brother.
Second time in a row.
Yep.
I think it was proper success for you as well in terms
100%,
of
yeah.
the series. And yeah, just big shout out to all the guys that took part. I mean, if they didn't take part, then I mean we wouldn't have a tournament.
Yeah, wouldn't have had
So
great racing like we saw on stream. Week in,
exactly,
well, month in,
all the
month out.
guys.
Let me not say week in, week out.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like having the tournament over such a long period of time, it's like, you know, gives you something to look forward to as well.
100%. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
big shout out, bro. Thanks so much again. Final words from my side, guys. Again, everybody that I mentioned on the stream. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the names again because I have to. We've got RBS Performance, Crazy Ace Wes, NTZ, Eleanor Elevate, Vladimir Putin, Mal Gary, who's now HBR Gary, Cheritomon, Mr. Sky Coffee, big shout out to you, bud. GTP, GTI, Reino the Maino, Porto Ignis, GLR, Marcellus, Cherry Super, KBR, Jox Yaya, Skitty, AM Racing, who's been in chat, Bob Lixum, Mikhail, you here, JW, you here, SMP Pro, big shout out to you, man. Awesome drive today. Valentino as well. Valentino, I mean, I've never seen him drive that good, so great stuff by him. FLAs as well. Feel Safe 30, who I think he was our race 2 or race 3 winner, race 4 maybe, I can't remember.
I think it was the GR2 race, so that was a race.
Kuchi as well, great racing by him. MUFC Monty as well, I know he had trouble racing tonight, so my heart goes out to you, brother. I know he wanted to take part, so sorry about that, brother, and hopefully we'll see you again on track soon. And last but not least, and a big personal big shout out to Mr. Eleanor Psycho Sheep, good friend of mine. Again, I know he's also been very busy, very committed with work and stuff, and I know again he's been one of the guys that's been a big driving force in terms of King of the Ring. Big shout out to you, brother, and I hope we're able to see you on track again soon, and hopefully work takes a bit of a chill pill for you. Other than that, guys, Sky Coffee, big shout out to you. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Sky Coffee Company. Alternatively, their brand new website, www.skycoffee.co.za. You'll find a Pace Motorsports branded Sky Coffee on their website. If you use the discount code KLM-PACE, you'll get a 10% discount on that branded product. So get your hands on that as soon as you can, guys. Ask J-Dub, it makes him come in first place in 2 races. So do yourselves a favor. If you want to set the pace, get yourself some Sky Coffee, guys. And a big thanks to them for sponsoring this event. And then last but not least, to you two guys, big shout out to you guys. I think this series, this type of racing would not be able to be showcased without guys of your caliber. So a big thank you. Please do forgive me. I'm saying it on stream so that everyone knows and hears. I've been having a bit of difficulty getting the trophies, but they will come. I promise you this. The coffee's already here, so I mean I can send that first and then send you the trophy, and then yeah, everything else that's gonna come in terms of your packages, you'll see it. It will be there. I promise. I'm praying I get it to you before Christmas, so look out for that. Okay, Mikhail, I won't hand deliver it to you like I did the last time. I'm sorry, brother.
Man, you set the bar so
I
high.
know.
I was...
Look. If I win Powerball tonight or on Friday, I'm definitely making the trip. So yeah, don't worry. I'll see if I can.
I was getting the supper ready and everything of him.
I need to come and see that Porsche that you built. So yeah, and J-Dub, I'm gonna come find you, brother. Don't stress, okay?
I'm not too far. Eh?
You're around the corner for me, so don't stress. And then yeah, guys, just a big thanks to everyone that's watched. Look forward to seeing you. I will be doing a stream with the final results and basically a prize giving for everybody. If not on Friday, definitely by this weekend, so do look out for that. Just want to make sure I get all the points, all the details, everything in order before I present that. And then last but not least, catch J-Dub, catch Mikhail on either my stream or on, I think, Dino's stream. Dino might be streaming. The GTSSA season starts this coming Thursday. I'm not 100% sure if, I think Mikhail's in pool 1. J-Dub, I don't know if you made it there with seeding.
Nah.
But
Yeah,
you will
I'm
be
in pool
there
1.
soon. He will be there
I'll
soon.
be there soon.
So,
Yeah.
guys, come and support Gran Turismo Sport South Africa, support logisticalnightmares.com in terms of their Sunday night racing, but in particular GTsport.co.za. Look out for either myself or Dino Contino's streams, where we will be streaming my point of view, and Dino's will be streaming the full race, if I'm not mistaken, of the GTSSA races. And yeah, man, guys, other than that, pace out and Godspeed, and a big thank you to everybody for watching King of the Ring 2020.
Yeah,
the
boy.
finale. Well done, Mikhail.
Cheers, guys.